What is up, everyone? Welcome back to part 2 of episode 1 of Let's Play The Walking Dead Season 1. And the reason I'm splitting these things into parts is because, well, one episode itself is really long. So, yeah, it just depends on, how fast you go through the episode and stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, we are met up with these two people, Sean and this other guy, and well, he told us that his dad has a farm, and now we are actually going to it. And if you guys are familiar with the comic book or the show, then you would know who this character is that's about to show up, or even his son, pretty
Sean,
much.
I'm gonna run on home. My mama's gonna be in a state.
No sweat, man. I'll catch you tomorrow night.
It was nice to meet you both.
Thank God you're okay.
I was worried it'd be bad here, too.
Been quiet as usual the past couple days. Well, Brecken down the way thinks his mare's gone lame, but that ain't nothing new.
I wouldn't have made it back without Chet.
Well, I'm glad you took him with you then. You've brought a couple guests.
Your boy's a lifesaver.
Glad he could be a help to somebody. So it's just you and your daughter then.
Oh, not his daughter. He's the babysitter.
Honey, do you know this man?
Yes.
Okay then. Well, looks like you hurt your leg pretty bad there.
Yeah, it's not doing so good.
I can help you out. Sean, run on in and check on your sister. You, take a seat up on the porch and I'll go see what I have. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is swollen to hell.
It hurts like hell.
Hurts like hell.
I bet it does. What did you say your name was?
It's Lee.
Nice to meet you, Lee. I'm Herschel Greene. How'd this happen?
Car accident.
That's so. Where were you headed before the car accident?
I was getting out of Atlanta.
The news says stay.
Yeah, well, that's a mistake. We hit a guy. One of those things you've been hearing about. On the road.
Who were you with? The girl?
I was with a police officer. He was giving me a ride.
Awful nice of him.
I'm an awful nice guy.
House is full up with mine. We got another displaced family of 3 sleeping in the barn. You and your daughter are welcome to rest there. We're done here. I didn't catch your name, darling.
Clementine.
Can't imagine what you've been through, Clementine.
I'm looking after her until we find her parents.
Hey, Dad. So I'm thinking, first thing tomorrow, we gotta reinforce the fence around the farm.
That doesn't seem necessary.
I don't know what you saw on TV or heard on the radio, but there's some serious shit hitting the fan. I don't think anyone knows how big it is yet.
Your son's right. You're gonna want to fortify this place.
Stuff like that doesn't happen around here, Sean.
Dad, I'm serious. Lee, come on. Tell him what you saw out there, man.
I got chased by a couple of dead people.
Well, do what you think you should. We got plenty of chores as it is.
Lee and those folks in the barn can help out in the morning. We gotta do it. Really.
I already said okay. Well, I'm all done here. It should start to feel better tomorrow.
Thanks.
If your leg gets hot or the swelling doesn't go down, you're probably dealing with an infection.
What do we do then?
We'll probably just have to shoot you. We'll clean it, redress it, and you'll be fine.
Okay, that'd be preferable.
There's blankets and such in the barn. We'll be seeing you bright and early. Come tomorrow, which way you think you're headed?
Towards Macon, I suppose. All right then.
Yep, it's Herschel Greene. If you guys are familiar with the show, he's from season 2.
It smells like
Shit.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. I couldn't help it. Our hero, everyone.
I must be walking, Dad.
I bet, Clem.
How far is Savannah?
Pretty far.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Herschel Green. He was from season 2 of. He was introduced in season 2. But anyway, yeah, he was introduced to season 2. And of course, you know, he had his daughters, which is Maggie Green and Beth Green, and stuff. And pretty much he's a farm owner, and he also, not gonna spoil much for those who haven't seen The Walking Dead
get
yet,
up.
but you should really check it out because it was crazy scene.
I'm itchy.
Well, you slept in a barn, little lady. Lucky you don't have spiders in your hair. But I bet your daddy scared them all away, huh?
I'm, not her dad. Name's Lee.
I'm Kenny.
Dad, we're in the middle of a fence. There's a tractor and everything.
We better get going, or we won't hear the end of it. That's my boy, Ken Jr. We call him Duck, though.
Doc?
Yeah, nothing bothers him. Like water off a duck's back, you know?
That's a valuable trait lately.
No kidding. But frankly, I think it's because he's dumb as a bag of hammers.
Dad!
But he makes up for it.
That's so messed up to say to your own son.
The word is you were on your way to Macon.
My family's from there.
Well, Macon's on the way, and personally, I'd appreciate the company of a guy who can knock a couple of heads together if he has to.
Sure, we'll tag along.
It's a plan, then. Honey, Duck, this is Lee. And, what's the girl's name?
Clementine.
Clementine.
That is a very pretty name.
Thanks.
Well, we should get to work. We've all seen what those things can do out there, so the faster we get this fence up, the better.
I want to build a fence.
Yeah? Well, I need a good foreman. You can sit on the tractor and yell at me whenever I take a water break.
On a tractor? Cool!
Duck and I will...
There's gonna be, yeah, the little weird transition there is because the 15-minute thing was up. So let's go. Yeah, it's gonna be like a little cut off from where I left off. It happens like that. But yeah, now we are in Herschel's farm, so we gotta help Balshan build the wall so the walkers won't come in and stuff. And of course, here you could pretty much talk to Kenny and his wife, you know, just to get to know them, you know. That's pretty much, you know, you do throughout this whole thing, you know, get to know much of the people before, you know, the apocalypse happened and stuff, and, you know, just get to know them pretty much. And that's what I like to do, you know. I just want to kind of show off, you know, the whole you know, getting to know people pretty much. I forgot, there's a word for it. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, just getting to know the people and stuff and everything. And of course, your main objective is, of course, helping out Sean build a wall. But, you know, I just want to, you know, kind of walk around and, you know, show off, you know, these things right here.
I'm a commercial fisherman, catching mackerel, dolphin, whatever's biting and paying. Katya wouldn't be wild about it, but the boat's not that bad.
See you.
But yeah, and of course in the left side, you see that little walkie-talkie. Well, that's the items that we have, you know, throughout the part of the episode, and some of these items are useful to progress through the story and stuff.
Need a hand?
That'd be great. If you could cut those 2x to length, that'd sure speed things up. My dad doesn't know how bad it is.
No, he doesn't.
I saw a guy in Atlanta kill a kid. A boy. Just shot him right in the face.
Was the boy one of the walkers?
I don't even know. He was either attacking the guy or asking for help. He didn't even hesitate. He just turned, put the barrel of the gun right between the kid's eyes, and Pull the trigger. You don't see things like that. It's not like in the movies.
They don't fall like you think.
Did you have to do it?
Do what?
Kill. Have you had to off one yet?
Oh, I had to shoot one.
I could shoot one, maybe, if it were far away. I'm just glad we're getting this fence built. Dad just wants to keep the family safe and thinks inviting people in is a bigger threat than whatever's out there. How about yours? How's your family?
My brother and parents are in Macon. I hope.
Oh man, I hope so too. Maybe it's not too bad there. That's probably all I need cut for now. Thanks.
And Sean, thanks again for the ride.
No problem, Lee. Couldn't leave you behind. Anyway, when you see my dad around, you might want some help in the barn.
But yeah, pretty much the things you also say with, you know, the other characters, you know, they will kind of remember what you said. It's pretty much, you know, building kind of trust, or, you know, the things you say, you know, they'll remember it, or they'll remember your loyalty, or, you know, they'll remember, you know, them being like kind of like, you know, when the group is kind of like in a fight, you know, like an argument, and then if you side on one side and stuff, you know, they will remember your loyalty pretty much and everything. So that's pretty much, you know, but you also have to be quick about what you're gonna say to them too, because, you know, you're also timed.
You two actually look relaxed.
I think we're doing just fine. Clementine was just telling me about first grade.
Oh, how's that?
It's easy.
Well, yeah. So, you're good?
Anyway, it's almost like we didn't see people eating each other for the past 3 days. It's peaceful here, no?
So, what do you do when corpses aren't walking around?
I'm a veterinarian back in Fort Lauderdale, like Herschel here, except more with dogs and cats and not horses. What is it that you do, Lee?
I used to teach up at the University of Georgia.
We need to hope that we can go back to our jobs soon, Lee. Back to normal. It can't stay like this.
Yeah, my mistake.
We'll all be home soon.
How did you handle getting through the city?
Kenny just drove. We passed so many people that needed help, and we just passed people. Over some, just...
It's okay. It's fine. You don't have to say anymore.
I want to go home tomorrow. But even then, I can't take away the things Doc went through. Don't you want to go back to the moment before you knew about all of this?
This could all be Providence, you know?
Not what we saw.
You just never realize when something is happening to you, what you're being given. Maybe this will all work out.
Your optimism is refreshing. New. These past couple days, at least.
Back in a bit.
Okay, Lee.
Alright, let's go ahead and help Herschel with the barn. And of course, we are introduced to these type of characters where they don't believe your lies, pretty much, and you have to be kind of truthful
How'd you
with
get
them.
out of Atlanta?
I got a ride and then I was in a wreck. I walked until your boy found me.
Well, you're no worse for wear.
This farm's a nice plot of land.
Had you told me 20 years ago I'd still be doing this, I would have told you that you were full of crap. Never was a plan, having a place like this. It was in the family, and I guess so was I. Family's important. It's all that matters. You agree with that?
Was brought up to, yes.
Where's your family now? Parents? Wife? Girlfriend?
My parents are in Macon with my brother.
Well, I hope they're all right. But now you've got this little girl to take care of. Clementine, is it? You just stumbled up on her?
was looking for help in her house.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Sure.
I don't know who you are or what you did. Let's say things don't get better back in the cities, or they get worse before they do. You're gonna have to depend on the honesty of strangers if you're gonna make it. And if those same people get to questioning yours, you're gonna be in trouble. But at least you have the common sense to listen to a man giving you advice.
And of course, we are actually introduced to these types of segments in the game. And this is a very hard choice as well because it's 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 tough. It's a really tough one. You have your choice of who you want to save, and of course you are limited. And of course you are limited to who you want to save as well, and stuff. And of course I chose Duck because, well, he's a kid. You know, what could you do more? But either way, it doesn't really matter who you save. Sean is, eventually gonna die, because in the comic books, Herschel has a son named Sean who died and stuff. So it really doesn't matter, because Sean is screwed pretty much. But I mean, Herschel will know that you try to save his son and everything, but eventually he'll do this. I'll show off later on, pretty much. I'm gonna show off right now.
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm sorry.
Sorry? Your son is alive. You don't get to be sorry. And you didn't even try to help.
I thought I could help them both.
Look at him. You thought wrong. And now? Please. Just go. Get out and never come back.
But yeah, pretty much, he will know that you try to save his son, but he'll still kick you out. But that also means that Kenny will not trust you, or he will kind of get mad at you for not trying to save his son. So either way, um, someone's gonna trust you, but the other one's not really gonna, remember your loyalty, pretty much. So either way. But anyway, stay tuned for part 3 of episode 1, everyone. This has been Mr. Spinoza saying good night, good morning, good day. See you guys later.